Oh, hello. My name is Bruno Dias, and I have a company called Events by Bruno. I'm an event planner. It feels like I've been working nonstop for a month. Can I give you a very quick example on that
Yes,
note?
absolutely. I'd love to.
Oh, hello. My name is Bruno Dias, and I have a company called Events by Bruno. I'm an event planner. I've been an event planner. I've been working in the event space for about 8 years. My previous experience was in public relations and fashion. I am here today speaking to Novantum about entrepreneurship and the event space. I'm very excited to share any insights you may have. I moved to Canada in 2019, almost 2020, and I was lucky enough to start working at the Vancouver Chinese Garden. So I got a job in communications first, but because of COVID, we sort of had to pivot our market and what we were able to do because it's a tourist attraction, so we were not open to the public. And then we thought, you know what, why don't we open our space for weddings and small events because it's an indoor-outdoor space and we were compliant with BC CDC, I believe. And I did my first wedding in maybe mid-2020 and I fell in love with it. I decided to quit my job and start my own company, which I always wanted to do from a very early age.
What allowed you to scale or grow your business successfully in comparison to other businesses like yours that were unable to?
Like I said, I think the events world is a very competitive world.
Absolutely.
I cannot lie and say every person that creates an events company will be successful. I think everyone has the best city or one of the best cities in the world to be successful. Vancouver is very, I would say, in-demand location for both people, destination weddings, destination events, conferences, people here doing weddings as well. So probably from the beginning, and when I mentioned that I had a lot of support from the community, I think part of it was I actually offered to work for free or for a small amount for other planners that I've met throughout my career at the Chinese Garden. So I reached out to them and I said, I'm creating my own events business, but I also want to see what it is literally working in the field, like really being in there, really grinding. And for me, because I was so attached to a venue, it's very difficult because the rules change from each venue, each vendor, each company, each organization, each couple. So things change so often that I thought that though I had some experience, I needed more and more. So that's one of the things that I did was during maybe for the first maybe six to 8 months, I worked with a lot of other planners, even shadowing. I honestly, sometimes if I said, you know what, if you don't think I'm prepared or I'm the right person, just let me sit in the back, let me watch. So I learned a lot from other people and I tried to adapt that to how would I interpret that and still be Bruno, still be myself and still offer what I can, but how can I be even more prepared for the unpredictability of the events world? So I think that was one of the best decisions I've made, is learning with people, seeing them and trying to mimic them.
So mentorship.
Yes, absolutely.
And do you think in such a saturated market, when you're developing and building out your business for yourself, is it important to have a niche?
I think it's a matter of personal preference.
Okay.
If I'm honest, I can speak more to myself and to what I do and what I don't do. And I think that probably would answer your question with more honesty and transparency. I do not do weddings more than 150 people, for example. That's a decision that I've made right at the beginning. And the main reason is because as a sole proprietor, I cannot guarantee I have a full team backing me up. I have a lot of people. I'm very lucky, very, very lucky to have people that I can ask for help to support me during an event because you need that. But I cannot guarantee that I will be able to deliver for a full reality or a concept, like the couple comes to you or the organization comes to you, if it's 500 people and suddenly you do not have staff to help you. But I don't think the risk is worth taking if you're only doing it for the money and for the income, but if you are going to be putting a dark cloud over your name and your business. So knowing your limitations, and if your niche is, I only do, I only do weddings in nature, or I only work with outdoor venues. If that really is your passion, just develop your passion and try to be the best and the most deferential that it can be. And I think it's important for you to be true to yourself and knowing what you can achieve and cannot achieve.
Was financial freedom and independence always important to you when you first got started?
Yes. I think that's one of the motivators. It's not the biggest motivator. And I know that we all tend to say or try to say, oh, money is not important. I mean, it is important, but I find that some sort of pride that you have in fulfilling what you want to do, a need, a desire, and that satisfaction as well, personal satisfaction, not necessarily financial. It is important and it needs to be, and that's one of the reasons why I was mentioning that you need to be honest with what you can and cannot achieve, especially at first, because it's, even if it's easier for you to, in my case, for example, to take 5 events that are smaller instead of doing one event, and if I add up the 5 events income, it's the same as that one event that I missed, I would still rather do the 5 events, because at the end it's about putting on a really good event and for it to represent who you are,
your brand.
And every event that you do, at least that I do, I always assume that there is at least another couple, another person, someone else in that crowd, doesn't matter how large it is, there might be a potential client as well. I've actually have not placed a single dollar in my marketing for the past maybe year.
Oh, wow.
Because everything is coming from referrals or from people that have seen an event or were attending an event, or someone heard of me through mutual friends. Whenever I ask how people reached out to me, because I do get the specifics and the numbers on like how many people visit my website, and it's not great. For now, at least, I'm very privileged that I don't have to go there, because I always try in each event to talk to everyone, to make everyone feel seen and welcomed. I'm looking out for them as well, not just the couples day. I mean, it is, but everyone else is also, I would say I have a responsibility to make that person feel I'm having such a great day, that I always treat everyone as a potential customer. That's the way I see it. I think it's
build rapport.
Yeah, and build a brand like yours.
Exactly. And not only that, you're also engaging and making them feel that they're as much part of the event planning as you are.
Yeah.
So I think that's quite important as
and
well.
Hearing feedback, and sometimes you open a can of worms, because especially for the events world, I think it's a beautiful industry. It's amazing, but it's one of those things that I believe in, rightfully so. Sometimes maybe that's the truth, but I think everyone thinks they are an event planner. Everyone thinks they helped someone for their wedding, or were a groomsman or a bridesmaid, or I threw a kid's birthday party, or I helped doing a fundraiser. Those are all skills, and we can take away what people have learned and how great they were. But I think everyone thinks they can do a better job than you do, and that's great. And you have to be honest about it and know it's people's opinions. You can't really control that, but you also have to be open enough to get that feedback. And sometimes you do get a lot of great feedback, and it might be that that person says something that you may not be able to apply to that specific event, but you may think about that for a future one. It's almost like I'm networking at the same time I'm working. It's interesting.
It's usually
Training.
like that.
But interesting.
What the reality behind being an event planner really is.
This is almost like an inside joke for me or for my Instagram, for my social media. I normally like to put something every event that is called or sarcastic, just because there is misconception about what an event planner is. People do not know about planning an event and how not only just the sleepless nights, but the fact that you work way more than you should, and you're so emotionally attached to it. It drains your energy, but you have to balance that at the same time. You cannot appear to be someone who is tired or stressed, because the weight of the event will ultimately fall on you, will ultimately be the event planner that is the one to blame or to point or to single out if something goes bad, because it's always because of poor planning, of poor management, of wrong decisions along the way. Why didn't you think about this? Why did you do this? How come this was that, or this was placed here? And most of the times, most of these decisions have been made not against your will, because your will is not the one that it's going to be the one displaying for the guests, because it's about the couple, it's about what they want. But at the end of the day, even if you know something is a bad idea, if the couple really wants it, or if the organization really wants it, you will have to make it happen. Each day feels like a month. Like each event, for me, it feels like I've been working nonstop for a month, and it's just everything is out. It's very raw. It's a very raw thing, for good and for bad. It's a very emotional and overwhelming day, but your face always needs to remain unbothered.
Because people look to you for reassurance.
Yes.
They need to, if you're show a bit of stress on your face or a bit of worry on your face, that'll cause the people around you, or like the bride and groom or whoever's event it is, to be worried.
Can I give you a very quick example on that?
Yes,
note?
absolutely. I'd love to.
In one of my recent events, the DJ was scheduled to be at the venue at 4 p.m. We had something actually that was going to happen with the support of the DJ around that time. It was slotted in the timeline. But things do happen, and there's the unpredictability of a lot of things, and it's nobody's fault. Sometimes it's traffic or someone forgot something, and we've all been there. Ultimately, the DJ was very late, almost an hour late. Guests didn't really realize, because one of the great things that you learn with experience is telling people, or telling the couple who knows the timeline. But when they approach you, if they approach you, you can just say, no, we're having a good time. The weather is nice out. Just go take some more pictures. You're enjoying yourself. So you always make these slight adjustments. And it's almost as if you have planned this because you saw how much fun they were having. You don't want to cut into that. So you always have to be someone who has plan A, B, C all the way down to Z. But from the text messages I was exchanging with the DJ, I knew that the DJ was feeling quite bad, and understanding that we had to make a large adjustment on the timeline. And extend the wedding. Or cut some portion of the wedding, because we need to make up the 55 minutes, an hour that we were late. All good, it happens. As the DJ was arriving, I actually went and was waiting for the DJ in the parking lot, because right after the parking lot, that's where the venue was, so people would be able to see. And I had a feeling that the DJ was going to be very stressed, hyperventilating, a body language not what you want for a wedding. So I reassured the DJ, said, everything's fine. We're going to make it work. Nobody noticed it. Let's take a deep breath in. Let's walk into the venue as if nothing has happened, as if this is always the time that you were supposed to arrive. And in a way, nothing really is damaged. So these are the slight little things that you have to do. You always have to think 10 steps ahead. You always need to know. You need to make sure that the body language that this vendor is going to be showcasing is your body language as well. there are some risks that are worth taking. And at the end, worst case scenario, because you do have to be prepared for that, and you have to be also prepared for being kind to yourself and say, it was not your fault that it didn't work, because it could be so many other things. I think a lot of people, because of the program that you have, I've met a lot of people that right off the bat, they always told me they would never be business owners. And I think it's almost a visceral thing, but it's also visceral if you know you want to be one. And that was always what I felt. I always felt I wanted to have my business. I knew it. I always knew it, that I wanted to try it, even if it was just for a short period of time. I think that was that 5% of luck, that I was just at the right time, at the right place, and I learned from the right people.
Absolutely.
I never really had someone that I could talk to that had the same experience, or it took me a long time, and especially after meeting those other event planners and business owners, for them, when I was talking to them in between events, and as I was just working for the venue, but I was always very curious, and they told me all of these things that you have thought about them yourself, but having someone who has worked 10 years, 15 years in the business and still saying, you know what, I still feel the same way. The things that you're saying to me, I'm still scared every October, I'm scared that I won't be booking an event for the next 4 months or something. And that fear that we all have, that, oh my gosh, maybe I lost it. Maybe nobody else wants to book anything with me now. If you hear, like I have, if I heard from someone saying, no, this happens to me, and this person has had a business for like 15 years, and it's validating as well. It's knowing that it is okay, because we blame ourselves, and that's sort of like when you take on a project that is your own, you're always scared of failing, because it will almost be a mirror of yourself. And like I was saying before, if the business is not successful, it may not say anything about who you are as a person. Those two things can be separate. You can be still a very incredible professional and not be a very successful business owner, and the other way around as well. And sometimes you can be both, but it's also about the circumstances, right? Work background that you do, and you know when is the best time or wrong time. So it's about also making the right decisions, right? Knowing the market where you're going to be positioning yourself.
What resources or knowledge did you wish you had back then? And what were some of the challenges that were difficult when getting started that you had to navigate?
Wow, that is a great question.